Good morning, it's Dino here. It's Tuesday the 4th of April and it's the morning after the night before. Everton versus Tottenham Hotspurs. Spurs play the same style as they've been playing the whole poxy season under Conte. And there was us thinking or hoping that there'd be a different style of play, a little bit more higher press, a bit more stylistic football. But no, it was the same old shit passing around at the back. When there's a forward pass to be made, they receive the ball and instead of looking forward, they just turn straight back to their defence again. It is so fucking frustrating. I apologise for the language, but for God's sake, the whole time, you got players like Skippy, beginning of the season, we was applauding him because he was receiving the ball, turning, and looked like he wants to go forward all the time. Now, he's fallen back into the same, or not back into it, he's fallen into the same trap that the rest of them are falling into. They're receiving the ball and it's straight away, it's a negative thought. Straight away, it's back, either to Dyer or back to Poro or whoever. It was just, oh my God. There were so many balls that we played forward. There was Sonny who was, again, played terribly. But more than anything now, which worrying me more than anything, he's not making the runs he was making before. There was a time when I was watching the ball and I think it was Højbjerg had the ball and he was looking for a ball out to the left in the first half. And Sonny was just standing there with his man, sort of walking and sort of moving around, and screaming at him, saying, make those runs, give him an option. But there was nothing. Kane was doing his best, running about, doing some nice little touches, and he was doing some nice balls out to the wing, long balls and things like that. But, God, movement up front was terrible. Even Kane at times was just static, not making the runs he should be making. But more than anything for me at the moment, the most frustrating thing about it is this absolute, almost obsession with playing the ball out from the back. You'll have Lloris who'll get the ball. He can see that Everton players were all pushing up on our defenders to pressure in on straight away. Now you're thinking, play it long. Actually drop the ball and do a long kick for a change. I know it's an old part of football, but guess what? It works sometimes. And if everyone's pushing up, I thought that's what the playing it out from the back was all about. It was so that their players would push on, which allows space behind, so that our forward players, our midfielders, could get the ball and find space. But now we're pulling them forward, and Lloris is still throwing the ball out to a left back or a wing back who's got about literally within 5 or 10 yards of him. So you're throwing him straight under pressure. He's then going back towards his own byline and passing the ball back to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper's then passing it back out that way. You're like, what are you doing? Our players are not confident in the ball enough to be doing this at the back. We're literally going, boom, 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 they're having a strike on goal. We're getting the ball back. We're going, got away with that one. And then we're doing it again. Bang, he's hitting across, having a shot over the bar. We're getting it back. We're thinking, will you just fucking put the ball forward? It does my head in. But yeah, I mean, it's so frustrating because I know if they just had a different mindset, passable. And in the first half, to be fair, they were trying to pass it around, and it was getting forward. They were getting quite a lot of success down the right hand side. But still, Poro, he needs some time. There's no one going to come down on him quickly because he needs some time to settle in. And he was doing some good stuff. He was making the runs. Just like making the pass at the wrong time and not releasing it at the right time. The cross, I think, in the first half, when he could have picked Kane out, it would still have been a worldy pass, but surely that's what you're paying these money for these players for. If he'd have hit it first time Kane was in, I mean, then the Perisic cross, a lovely ball, he played in from the left. When Kane had that free header and he put it past the post, which, I mean, to be fair, you can give him a bit of a wide line for him because he does normally put them away. But it was a surprise that he didn't put that on target, at least. Yeah, another frustrating night. And then you just know because they're calling them on, calling them on to strike them, and there's never that line that should be in front of the defence is not getting out quick enough. He's not charging down the players that they got the ball, which then leads to Ujima scoring his goal, which was a brilliant finish, which is fair. Lloris didn't have a chance. He was hit spot on. I mean, I think he said in the commentary afterwards that he hit so well that he felt like he didn't actually kick it. And anyone that's been a striker like me knows what that feels like. And you know that you hit it and you think that's in. Yeah. So I was trying to leave this video because I was just so frustrated last night, and I feel that with these two in charge, we literally are going to hang out like a wet biscuit for the end of the season. And as much as some people I know, that YouTubers and whatever, want us to just die, just bomb out and finish 10th or whatever, I'm not like that, because I just think that's going to have a knock-on effect on what manager we can attract. And quite frankly, I don't want to support Tottenham again for a poxy era of being mid-table and fighting relegation again. I want a manager that's going to come in, that's going to push us on again. But there you go. What do I know? Yeah, another frustrating day. I'm looking for the coach-wise. I now feel that we need to bring someone in sooner rather than later. Just go and get Poch. Go and get Nagelsmann, which I think, well, I don't think we're going to get him now. I think he's going to go to Chelsea. Because, again, it's Levy dragging his heels. Oh, we'll do this and we'll just start. And now that Chelsea need a manager, Levy needs to change his angle of attack and now go and get the guy he wants. Go and put the money in the geezer's pocket. Go and sign him up on a contract to start at the end of the season, if that's what we're going to do. I don't want that. I want someone to come in now and sort things out. But what can we do? Anyway, that's me ranting. But it is a beautiful day today, to be fair. So I'm going to get a whole day's work done, which makes me a little bit happy. And I'll leave you there. Have a great week. I'll do another post later on in the week, I think, leading up to the next game. And anyway, come on you Spurs!